Yo, what is up, guys?
What's up?
So, again, we are having a random impromptu live stream. Very, very random. Didn't even give y'all 15 minutes. I gave y'all 5 minutes, basically. So, I apologize. But yeah, I was set up. Was going to work on something tonight, but plans fell through. So, figured might as well use the opportunity to get on here and talk to you guys because you guys are so awesome. And of course, we got my usual partner in crime, James Dimension here. Astronaut Ranger Saiyans in the house already. He got Red Zeo. It's my new favorite. Nice. Which is good because all those Tommy figures are going to go up in price. So if you
yeah.
for a decent price right now, it's totally worth it. Yes, make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate you, man. Rolando, of course, the number one chat person
And
on YouTube. He's everywhere.
and might have just add thoughts and prayers going out to Rolando.
Yeah.
He's gonna have some work done on his eye, so hope that turns out well.
I had LASIK, so I mean,
I believe it's cataract. So
you, when you have an eye procedure, is like you can't touch your eyes, and you don't realize how much you touch your eyes until they tell you.
Oh yeah.
So
I actually had eye surgery when I was 2 years old.
Oh my gosh, dude! I can't even imagine.
Well, I was born cross-eyed.
Well, I'm just thinking
separated.
Little ones, like they don't. There's no way you can tell them not to touch your eyes. You know, like I'm watching my daughter.
It's just reflex, you know.
Yes, exactly. And like, so I know when I had the LASIK, like I woke up in the middle of the night, and you know I couldn't see, so I kind of went like that, and then I realized like I just touched my eyes. Like it's annoying. We got Bike Speed Gamer, a definite regular in the house. I appreciate you, man. Saying hi to another. Went to Target, took pics of my Star Wars Micro Machine collection. I saw a bunch of Micro Machine this weekend, but like the old, like 90s ones. I went to a toy, I guess, a collectible show this weekend, and I saw so much stuff, but I didn't toy hunt. I kind of I looked around, but that wasn't why I was there. I was there because there was 5 Power Rangers there at the convention. At the con.
15 bones at Target.
That's good. That's good.
Well, it wouldn't scan that way at the register, but it did on the app, but they honored it, so.
LeBron Fett, he might be coming hanging out for a second.
So now my only Zeo Ranger I need is pink.
Oh, okay. So you need that 2-pack from GameStop then.
That's what I'm probably going to try and run around for.
I've been thinking more and more about getting the GameStop Pro thing. Because I just didn't want another freaking sort of subscription service thing.
I have, like, I paid, was it $25 for 1 year? You get
a
$5 coupon a month, and you can earn points. So I mean, you know, it can kind of add up. You know,
it kind of does because you get the $10 coupon right when you sign up. So really, it's like $15 to sign up because they give you $10 right back.
Well, I just bought a PS5. So I kind of earned a bit of points this year already.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the point system. I forgot about that. We got Ranger Restoration Repair. Man, I need to catch up on your newest video. I think he did one on a Lightspeed Rescue Blaster. He was cleaning it up. He gets a lot of older stuff and cleans it up. You're talking about how we load battery acid that leaks in when the corrosion comes in.
Yeah,
that is the hardest thing to clean up. I hate that. Captain.
Well, I saw an old blaster from 1993, an OG blaster, and I was actually thinking of grabbing it. Someone was selling it for like $25 on eBay.
I'd do it.
You know,
man.
Get some new decals from Toy Hacks.
Yeah.
Or AKA Repo Labels.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
just clean it up.
You know, even if the electronics don't work, like how often do you use the electronics?
Yeah, you're just gonna have it a display piece.
Yeah, I'd get it. $25 ain't bad.
I mean, I have my Morphers right there. I got my Legacy Mighty Morpher set with the coins in a shadow box, and then I got my Green Ranger Morpher right there. So,
and of course, I forgot to turn on my lights in the background. So, yeah,
you slacker, you
never do it. Everyone just saying hi to one another. Did anybody have any good pickups this weekend? Besides, I know Dave got the Zeo Yellow. Rolando, did you get anything? LeBron always gets stuff.
Well,
LeBron.
I picked up a lot of non-Ranger stuff this week, but
Well, I mean, what'd you get, man?
well, this just came in today.
Oh, dude, that looks good. I did see that at the store. It's just like harder and harder to like
Well-
justify $25.
Well, one, I sold my other Proton pack, so I had a few extra bucks in my pocket, right?
That's right.
So, looking around at doing some toy hunting, and I saw some of the figures for the Khonshu wave for Marvel Legends,
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, there's some of that. There's a few here." And my wife's like, "Oh, what about this here?" She found two other ones, so I have everything but Jimmy Woo, but he comes in this week, so I will have the entire set to build Khonshu.
I found Jimmy Woo at my grocery store.
Well,
Okay.
I found Jimmy Woo the next day after,
Okay.
but I already ordered it. They already shipped it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll wait.
So we have, if anybody's Texas here, a creep show. That's awesome. We have HEB, which is the main grocery store here in Texas. I'm sure people have heard of them outside the state, but they now have a Hasbro
No, we haven't.
contract like the last couple years, and so sometimes they get waves before Target and Walmart, and
Okay.
like notoriously they got GI Joe before anyone did.
Notorious.
They tend to, and as long as it's not a store exclusive, they actually get some stuff first, which is kind of crazy. So I have to. The only thing is like the things at HEB never go clearance, so that's a little bit annoying. But other than that, and I wish they have coupons for everything else in the store. I wish they have a coupon for the figures, but nope. But so I was actually thinking about getting the Mr. Knight figure and repurposing it as
you call him it? Is that his actual name? I always call him just Gentleman Knight
it's
because he's
Mr. Knight.
in the suit.
Yeah, it's Mr.
I'm like,
Knight.
I like this one better. Plus, I like it on the stand I have because his cape is just flowing.
Yeah,
It just looks like, I mean, if I could kind of tilt him, and it just looks like he's flying through, like just jumping through the air. I just think I like the sculpt on him. I mean, if you really think about it, he could be a pretty good, Ranger alternate in
well,
the
that's
show.
funny because there's the Mr. Knight one, and he has that business suit, kind of the nice suit.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that'd be really, really cool to repurpose that as the White Rider Ranger from the Old West episodes.
Okay, the Lone Stranger.
What was it? Is that what he
The
called him?
Lone Stranger. Yeah, they call him the Lone Stranger. Tommy, when he had his white suit,
Yeah,
with the green
doesn't that
handkerchief.
look exactly like the suit he had in the show?
No, but you could definitely mod it a bit.
Make it work. Yeah, I thought it could. I saw. Okay, hold on. Ranger Restoration got yellow and red ninja from Target, so that means he probably got them for like $10 a piece. So let me know. You got yours?
I got it at full price.
Oh,
But
looks like somebody's here. Somebody's here. He's about to get in the weird corner. Oh no, we didn't get
There he is.
What's up?
We were just talking about our pickups. I was like, you probably got like 10 different things this week, LeBron. Yeah.
Yeah, I was working on a review earlier today and got to the figure photography part and haven't done it yet.
I saw some of the Alps last time I went to Target. I also saw E.T. I saw a bunch of different versions of E.T.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That's nice. You guys, it's funny because like I went to HEB yesterday to grab some stuff, and then I was like, oh, they have some of the new Marvel Legends figures, and then I went to go like get diapers instead. So I ended up getting diapers instead. That was my $25 instead of getting a figure.
Well, if you just flip the diaper over, you can just use the other side.
Not the way my daughter used you. Mega Demon, only less than 48 hours for my birthday. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Tell you later. Happy early birthday. I hope you get good stuff, man. Astronaut Ranger Stan also got a Snake Eyes from Origins. Those Origins figures, people give them a lot of crap, but they're good figures.
And the accessories are awesome.
Yeah, it's just they overproduce them really.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of crap. Okay, speaking of crap, I came across at least 3 videos on YouTube about the Ascension Dragonzord.
Yeah.
breaking.
Where? That thing's so thick.
The tail.
Ah,
The
that
tail
makes sense.
connects. It's actually broken off, which makes me think. Especially with I get that as light as it is, I get that maybe they're using less plastic. Maybe it's cheaper for them to produce it. But
Yeah.
at the price point, I've come to the conclusion that I can't drop, 100. Let's just round it off to like 135, 140
Yeah.
plus tax. I can't realistically do that now. If somehow, somewhere, the toy gods, the fates, the powers that be, if I come across some place and they actually have it knocked down, price wise, if it goes down in price, I mean, that Delta Megazord, it looks fantastic. It looks solid.
Yeah.
It looks like the Delta Mega ship. It looks like a solid build compared to the Dragon Sword. And I would love to get my hands.
Megazord, the blue one.
Yeah, the blue one. The
Mega
ship.
it's one. Yeah. It's one piece. It's more solid.
Yeah, it looks more solid. Than looking at more videos of the Megazord and the Dragon Zord, the pieces, they look very hollow. They look cheap. To me, it doesn't look premium enough for me. Yeah, it looks like it stands pretty solid, but when you compare it to SOC and some of the other ones, some of the other diecast ones over the years, I was ready to. I was like, yeah, I'm going to order. And I'm like, I figured, yeah, I'm that person. I have to do more research. I have to watch as many videos as I can, get every point of view. And it's making me not want to get it even more, because I'm like, if you're dropping 170 plus tax, it should, you shouldn't have any concerns that it's going to break after one or two interactions with it, right?
Well, yeah. And the thing I would say, like, I agree and I disagree with you. So, like, the Dragon Zord, I think it's overpriced by like $30. I think $130. I think it should be like $99 for it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of waiting for, whether it be like Pulse's sale next year, like they do every summer, or they do probably in the summer they'll do another sale. If GameStop does a sale on it, which I just noticed that GameStop doesn't hold Power Ranger stuff anymore, but Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, whatever, one of them will do a sale eventually on it, and then I'll scoop it up. But what I can say is that they're all going to have their issues, because SOC was beautiful, but those knees would buckle and a lot of people's legs were breaking on
that's
SOC.
obviously it doesn't stand. The SOC doesn't stand as well as the Ascension series.
Yeah. So like, they're all going to have their issues. And the realistic part of this is people that I know people are some of them I'm sure are breaking, like they're not even trying, but some people they're definitely manhandling their stuff. But I know, but I can tell you, like the Dino Fury, some of them like were just, some of the plastic on some of the peoples that got them were like really brittle, and they just snapped, like on the Terra Freezord. So I think it also depends on that specific thing. But hopefully, here coming soon, In Space will be a better product, a better.
Hoping maybe it's this is going to be a step forward. I'm sure. I'm sure someone at Hasbro has been looking at the reviews, and the one thing that everyone says is it's so light. Yeah. Light it's not always a bad thing, but in some cases it can be. If it has a cheaper feel to it, a cheaper presentation, as it were. That's going to throw people off.
The big thing is that what the Ascension has that a lot of them doesn't is the articulation is way better than what we have ever gotten before. Yeah. So Ascension is, I kind of wish they didn't do the Megazord and Dragonzord as the first ones, just because I wanted them to work their King sound. And I know, I feel like eventually there's going to be like a collector series, remastered Zap, Megazord and Dragonzord.
You know what? You just said it, and Hasbro's listening.
Yeah, there's going to be one. But the problem is for me, like, as far as a collector, and you can see it, I have it there in the corner, I can't miss out on the very first Ascension Megazord that they released.
Here's one thing. When the box looks slightly better,
box is beautiful,
when the box looks amazing, it's like, wait a minute, did you spend all your focus on the box but not necessarily because let's be honest, the Ascension is, from a lot of videos that I've seen, the Ascension Zord, Megazord, just looks like a slight step up from that Megazord that we got previously. You know, it just looks like a slight step up. It doesn't look like a tremendous step up. And some of
That
the
looks
coloring,
nice.
like on the arms, like when it's in tank mode, some of the coloring looks off. Me personally, I would be tempted to try and do some paint apps on there.
I don't know.
I mean that's just me personally. I mean, it's it's just little things like that. Everyone's got their own quirks, their own nitpicks about things.
I just don't know how the paint would take on the Ascension Megazord. So yes, I am one of the ones that got the NFT. It's pretty cool that this is kind of.
So did you get both, or do you just have just the one?
No, I have both of them.
Okay, my birthday is October 15th.
My birthday is.
So if you want to send one,
it's not going to be this one. I'm more than likely to send you that one. People give you a lot of crap about this, but this is now the most rare Power Ranger toy in the Lightning collection, even more than Silver Space Ranger, because
I have yet to see a Silver Ranger in person.
Was that?
I still have yet to see a Silver Ranger figure in person.
Oh, really? Let's see here. Oh, no.
Keep flexing.
Not to flex hard. So, yes, I have a Silver Ranger, but guess what now?
It's signed.
Oh, dude. That's awesome.
So,
okay, I'm gonna unsubscribe now.
I got to meet Justin Nemo on Saturday. Really nice guy. And it was cool because I introduced myself and I was like, hey, would you do an interview later? And he was like, yeah, and if you catch me walking around, we can do an interview too. And so I actually caught him walking around, but I wasn't set up or ready to do an interview. And we just talked. We were just hanging out, and he's really cool. Just got married, super happy.
That'll change.
We're gonna Rolando saying Ranger. He said he got 13 for the Ninjetti Rangers, and they had about 15 of each figure on clearance. Pink was 7. I think I might pick up another pink if they're still $7.
She was on clearance, so I had to pick.
Yeah.
I already had Kimberly, but I got Kat.
I almost want to do a video on how.
I'm not a completionist, but I mean, look at the price.
It's good. It's a good figure.
Yeah.
And people are like, they want
$13.24. I figured, screw it, I'll grab it.
They're still not on clearance at my Target.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw them. They were clearance on. They're saying happy birthday. Everybody in the chat, if you are in the chat, if you haven't already, make sure to say happy birthday to Mega Demon. Give him dabs, give him thumbs up, give him some boost.
Happy birthday, Mega Demon.
This is live. Yes, this is live. I'm just behind on the comments. I apologize.
No, that's just Blue. He does. He says that in everyone's stream. Is this live?
Is it?
Okay. That's his catchphrase. So
the quality problems are what keep me up. Astro Zap Astro hasn't come out yet, though.
Yeah.
I always hold reservations until things come out. That's the way I am. So unless it looks really bad, like those Cobra Kai figures, then not.
The putties look good.
I got the putty one. I pre-ordered. It's funny because I just renewed my Hasbro Pulse the other day because I wanted to make sure I got the black Dino Thunder just in case. And I had some old orders, and I was like, why do I shouldn't have any more orders anymore because I don't really pre-order much anymore. And I saw the putty in there. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. I forgot about the Cobra Kai figures too. I have surgery this Thursday. Well, we hope you do well.
Good luck, dude.
Good luck, my friend. Picked up the Dino Fury Mega Pack for my son. One broken out of the box, another broken after combining Super Soft Plastic. The Dino Fury and Megazords have been having issues for sure. I remember you saying I remember you doing the review on that. Isn't it cataracts on talking about Rolando's eye surgery?
Have you opened any of the plastic-free packaging Rangers?
I haven't gotten a plastic-free packaging figure yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, I take that.
Rangers, not yet.
I got the Street Fighter ones, but I haven't opened them yet.
Oh, okay. I was just asking because I got the Power Swap pack, and they feel like lighter plastic. So I was just wondering, is that?
But people are saying that the plastic feels different too. Like they're saying on the Atom.
Yeah.
that it looks like that one's not plastic free, but that one is a different shade of black too, and it feels lighter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they did the legs different too, how they snap in and stuff.
Silver Ranger is amazing. So I actually talked to him about he didn't really. I guess it's in the interview. I won't spoil it too much, but he wasn't thrilled about his figure. But
I remember that the stream when it was revealed, like the new silver one with the cycle, like you could see that he wasn't like fully psyched. It was a better improvement apparently from the head sculpt, but he still had apprehension. It looks like.
Yeah, I talked to him about that, which I'll say in the interview. I won't spoil too much.
Yeah, it looked like he was still toting the company line because obviously they're paying him.
I don't know if they're paying him or not, but
I mean they better be.
What he did say is on this one. So I showed him this one, and I was like,
at least paid him for being on that stream.
I was like, do you know how rare this figure is? And he's like, yeah. He's like, it's ridiculous. People are paying $80 to $100 on this figure. And he was like,
yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I mean, I feel lucky. I got this one, and he was talking about like all his different figures. I was like, I think I have most of your like Silver Ranger figures, even back from 1998. And he's like, you don't have one figure. And I was like, well, I was trying to think about like which figures he talking about, because I have a lot of Silver Ranger figures. I was like, I have the chrome one, I have the little chrome one, I have the plastic one, I have the one on the Silverizer. Like when he pulls out his phone, he's like, him holding the new Lightning Collection one. He's like, you don't have this figure, and I was like, dude, it's pre-ordered. He's like, like, you're the only one that has that figure, dude. But yeah, he makes some pretty funny jokes about his figure. Yeah.
But I mean, well, let's look at it history wise. Okay, Tommy was the first Six Ranger that we had, right? Yeah. Green and then white, and then we had Jason as gold, which was fantastic. And then we had in space, we had Zane. I mean, those were probably the best Six Rangers as far as like the aesthetic looks.
Yeah.
I mean, Lost Galaxy, we had
Ranger was pretty dope too.
Yeah, we had the Magna Defender, but I mean, like, that's as far as like sought after figures, I think it was just those for the most part.
Yeah, I really don't consider Magna Defender a Six Ranger. I consider him an extra hero.
Well, I mean, Leo's brother did have a morpher, so to speak, for him to change into.
Yeah, so he had the Die Ranger morpher.
Yeah.
So I got this one. And this one.
I wasn't sold on getting that one because I already have the red Red Ranger Andros. So I'm like, it's just his body in a black paint app with just soft goods.
But it's cool in the comics, like what that storyline's tied
to. Would you be sold on this one if it were? What
was that?
Would you be sold on it if you got it signed and for free?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that a giveaway?
Maybe. We go through the comments here. Got Cat for $10. Good price.
Nice. Yep.
Saying happy birthday. Duffman's in the house. Yes, this is always where the cool kids are. We like to drink Ecto Cooler, and we eat old 90s Power Rangers McDonald's toys.
Ecto Cooler. Last time I had me some Ecto Cooler was the premiere of Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I have
because they re-released it for a short time.
Dude, they're gonna re-release Green here in the remastered series. White's gonna come back eventually for sure.
No, they need to just do like a set of the Tommy collection. Just do it as the Tommy collection in memorial of JDF, like just do it as the JDF Ranger set, so we can get all of them and.
They will do that. It'll be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
And it'll be called the Fighting Spirit and have the silver stripe.
It'll be all, yeah. Okay, looking at the break of the Dragon Zord, that'd be heartbreaking. Yeah, I would be pretty pissed off, especially for that price right now. I'd be really upset. Make sure to follow Duffman Diorama. He got a brand new diorama he sent today.
And of all things, it was a reviewer who's over in UK. So it was even harder for him to get it.
So I met Red Psycho.
Yeah.
But if you guys know, I'm sure everybody here knows, the Red Psycho, the Leo 2-pack is like $80 right now. And then the Psycho Rangers, the 5-pack is like $300. And it was raining. and I was like, I am not taking that shit outside. Like, I told him, I was like, dude, I was like, I have your Psycho Red figure, but they cost so much right now. I wasn't gonna take it outside, so I got a print of his, and he goes, "Let's get Psycho, or let's go Psycho." He's a pretty cool guy. His interview is up right now on my YouTube channel. Really nice guy. He actually didn't necessarily interview for Psycho Red. I know Dave and
Yeah, I watched it.
He auditioned for just a Red Ranger, and then he got the role of Psycho Red. So he may have been our Lost Galaxy Red. He might have been that close. That's kind of cool.
I'll be honest. I think I would have liked him better in that.
Oh, that's
like Leo.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, he just seems, I don't know, like just too, I don't know, just he always felt like off. Like maybe it was his acting, you know.
Maybe.
that's awesome.
He only did that to get through law school. He only did that series to pay for law school. He never did anything else.
And how did that law degree turn out?
He's doing good. He's a lawyer now. So I think that's why he was only in Forever Red at the very end, because I think he was doing like his tests and stuff. So like he only came in. He knows he's never standing around the other Rangers. So, and then of course I made sure I thought about just taking the disguised Andros, but I had to take his Ranger.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hopefully I meet
See,
around
you can do that. I'm an out of boxer. All my boxes are gone.
Well, you know what?
I have to have my
Wait,
stuff out.
I
gotta let mine breathe.
I was gonna unbox these, but now I can't, or I don't want to. I was never gonna unbox this one because of how rare it is. So, yeah, it was a good weekend. All of them were super, super nice. Christopher Kane Lee was probably. It's funny because he was like, packing up, and he was like, he's getting ready to go. And I'd already asked him if he wanted to do the interview, and I came back and I was like, hey, do you want to do the interview real quick? He's like, yeah. He was like, how long is it gonna be? I was like, 5 minutes. Dude talked for like almost 20 minutes. It wasn't like me continuing asking questions. Like his stories were like were longer and pretty good. He had a pretty cool JDF story, which was pretty fun. He had a funny one, and I think that people will
I
like.
think a lot of people kind of do now, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he never really worked with JDF a lot, so his more stuff was like kind of passing.
I mean, my teammates have a funny story with Jason David Frank. The Buffalo Ghostbusters, actually, there's pictures I have of him posing with them wearing one of my teammates' Proton Pack.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah.
So, I mean, just about everyone has like just con stories with him.
Yeah.
So,
but no, man. I mean, the con was pretty fun. I met some people. I had my first "Are you the Legacy of Nerd?" moment, which was cool.
Yeah, I saw you post that.
You're first with many, many more to come now.
We shall see. I mean, it was just cool. Like I was just really like, oh my god. And the funny thing is, like, he was talking really loud. Like, not saying like he talks loud, but he kind of said it kind of loud. So like everybody like around him kind of like looked at me, and I was suddenly like just standing there, and I felt like everyone was around me for a second. But yeah, it was a really nice kid. I think he could be like 13, 14 years old. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, anything? So you got the Yellow Ranger. When'd you get that?
Got that. I think Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Was it the Aisha one or the?
No. Oh no, that's the Jason one.
The which one?
Jason.
The Boom Comics swap.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, Legacy, I'm gonna make a little suggestion. I did this last year when I went to Steel City Con.
Yeah, I really need
on my
to do
social
that.
media.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get them made pretty cheap.
I
you get your logo on the front and then have your social media in the back, and carry a few in your pocket, hand them out to people. Maybe if you can't interview someone at that time, hand it to the PR people. You just never know who you're going to come across.
Yeah, I definitely. I was thought about that, but like this con last second. Like I saw it in one of the Ranger groups like on a Tuesday, and it was already going to be that Saturday. So definitely, I need to do that though. We'd love to see a
Like-
Lightning Collection Brachio staff. I see if we see anything from Dino Thunder, we would see that. I think for sure.
A Brachio staff, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do that because I think they're planning to just go through MMPR. But I would really wish that the weapons that they're doing had some kind of interlock feature so we could do the blaster.
See, they'll probably
You know?
do the bow as a HasLab, so then you can connect them all.
I think the bow's gonna have to be pretty freaking huge.
Yeah.
But from what I'm seeing,
I mean, if they do Zax at Power Axe, that I think that's like, aside from the Power Sword, I think those are the two that people are most going to want.
well, I don't know if you remember. Well, I don't think you were on that stream, but I reviewed live the Power Sword that I have, and it's really weird because all of it's plastic. Everything on the Blue Ranger lance
Lights up on one side, I heard.
Yep, but on this little, I'm not gonna take the whole thing out, but on the hilts of the Power Sword,
Yes.
it's like a really strong metal.
Oh, weird.
Okay. Maybe
Everything
a magnet?
Everything, no magnets.
No.
Everything else, plastic.
No, I'm saying with the metal there, maybe maybe there's going to be a part or something that attaches that has a magnet in some shape or form. I don't know.
I think it's metal because it's going to be meant to lock in into the power,
I mean,
and they don't want you to break the plastic.
I will say this: sometimes Hasbro surprises us. My Spangler pack.
So at Power Morphicon, it sounded
So-
like Scott Zillner, who runs Power Morphicon, and he also did the toys that made us and stuff like that. But he basically, he's in the know, and he said basically he couldn't wait to put these all together
Oh, awesome.
because he was debuting the Power Daggers. So we won't know for sure until we probably get the Power Axe. We'll get an idea. We can see if the sword connects.
I mean,
But-
for me, just some of the price points that they have. I mean, like, I personally, I even think that their lightsabers are overpriced.
They are.
And I'm like, I would be more apt to spending 150 through like Ultra Sabers or someone else before I'll buy a saber through Hasbro. Unfortunately, that's just where I'm at. You know.
Yeah, and it's funny now because people are finding the lightsabers at Ross.
Oh, by the way, I saw someone make a custom lightsaber. This is on a Facebook group. I lost the post. Otherwise, I would have shared it to you directly. Someone made a lightsaber. They custom made a hilt, right?
Mhm.
When you turn it on, you hear the dragon dagger. And
Really?
you hear the dragon sword roar as the saber light extends to the blade.
I saw that on TikTok.
Okay. So, I mean, there are people who are making some very sick looking
Mhm.
stuff out there. And I'm like, and the guy said, you know, he, aside from the custom parts that he machined himself, because he, you know, as a machinist, he can make those parts. But the electronics, he said, after everything's said and done, the electronics, maybe about $80 or $60 for the electronics and doing the custom sound fonts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't spend $260, $270 before tax on something that is, you know, I just can't justify it, you know.
I mean, those lightsabers are probably the most expensive things I've seen. The Power Sword. Power Sword's the most expensive thing they've had so far in a Lightning Collection. I'm trying to think. I think so.
Probably.
Well, I mean,
Now,
It was 165. So I think so. And I think the NFT thing was 180.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, if you count the Zap stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I think 220 was a lot for the Power Sword. And the only reason I got it because it was a gift, and even then I wouldn't let them buy it until they
well,
went on one of those stupid sales.
my buddy has the legacy sword.
Yeah, those were they're like 350 right now. They actually went down in price. I was actually surprised. I didn't think they were.
I
gonna
mean,
go
like
down.
it's pretty good weighted too.
Yeah.
You know.
What kind of dabs? I could make them too. I was a CNC machinist for about 15 years. Used to
Oh,
make
okay.
them.
Oh, that's awesome.
You
Hey,
need,
no.
you need to get with General Kenobi then, because
I'm gonna respond with Duffman. What can you not make? The Firehouse. I mean, come on. He makes everything, man. There's not a single thing that Duffman can't make. I'm convinced of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling good about making some little rocks and stuff, and then I saw his stuff, and I was like, never mind.
Well, like, okay, I'm just gonna shut up and just step back.
Yeah.
I mean, like the stuff that he makes. I mean, like the diorama we gave away in December was amazing.
Yeah.
The firehouse, like I took pictures in video and showed it to a couple of my teammates. They're like, "That's insane. That's better than the Diamond Select one." I'm like, "It is."
I mean, it's custom.
Yeah.
And he made it. What I was surprised when you were showing it off, like how sturdy it looked. You know,
Yeah.
like and-
It's so lightweight too.
and with the idea with the magnets was awesome. Instead of having to click them together,
Yeah.
possibly break it, like that was a good idea.
And I mean, even the Ghostbusters sign on there was made out of using cookie cutters,
Nice. That's nice.
3D printed cookie cutters. He killed it.
Nice.
I have
I'm trying to think what else. So we did that. I haven't really like gone toy hunting a lot. Like, so it's funny because you know I went to Target and HEB both times to get diapers, and like Target just looks empty right now. So there's things. I did see the Gold Ranger Morpher, which I thought I was gonna get right away because my Morpher reviews have been pretty good, but like $33 and it doesn't even look good. That was the easy pass.
Was it an eBay buy or was this brand new or?
It's brand new. It's in Targets now. It's a Gold Ranger Morpher. It's like a blaster. And what threw me off was the eyes on that thing. Like it was like,
okay,
yeah.
So it's the Mosa Razor blaster.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a pass for me.
Yeah, same way.
Now, one thing I can't stand is I'm seeing a lot of negative people. I mean, we're gonna get that in every fandom, but this like past 3 days, I've come across maybe 10 or 20 different channels knocking Amelia as the Red Ranger.
Hunter Dino, really?
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything bad.
Yeah,
I'm like, look, like people are saying, oh, you know, what's with the abs and what's with this, and you know, why her? Why not her? I mean, if anything, I mean, we've always like in some of the best Ranger seasons, we've had the one Ranger who has the most growth is really comes off as being more of the leader. RPM, perfect example. Our Black Ranger series, you know, he had, you know, kind of being lost, looking for family and, you know, the darkness inside of him and everything. He had the most growth. And let's face it, he was kind of viewed, he wasn't really the leader, but he was the most popular Ranger that season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I look at it this way. Why not? This was a girl who she was trying to be a reporter. She was trying to do this. And she finds out that, you know, she never knew what happened to her real parents, and she finds out there's this lineage, and now she has a connection with Zato more so as, you know, as kindred, as, you know, as one of his kind. So why not have her step up? And she really did step up through the series a few times. So
I think you know,
I think she's a great choice for a Red Ranger.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I think Amelia is probably, I mean, for me, she's probably like top maybe 3 or maybe 4 of the Pink Rangers.
Yeah.
You know,
she's my favorite pink.
I mean, she's probably right
Ooh,
there.
I'm telling Amy Jo Johnson you said that. Ooh.
Because she didn't get enough. Anyways.
Yeah, I read that story. Like, well, they made an offer, and I
put a pin in all that. So Amelia, so I'm thinking like, as far as character wise, Kimberly and Amelia are probably tied. Then after that, it's got to be Jen, because Jen was just badass. Like, and I'm trying to think after that, because there wasn't
and hot.
If I'm honest, like if they skip one color a lot, it's pink. And I don't think I ever really connected with Catherine. Probably Cassie. Like Cassie was pretty good.
Yeah.
Cassie was up there. Kendricks was good.
Yeah.
Corone was interesting. I don't know if she was good, but it was like kind of redemptive for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wish, like, as far as Corone, like maybe Corone would have went on another Ranger series, because she kind of like came in like, oh, you're gonna be a fill-in, and you know, it's just, I don't know, it felt like her story had so much more to go on.
Yeah, no, her plan was to do the Triple Ranger.
Yep.
Yeah, if you watch the the episodes where she was good, where she got before she got re-kidnapped and like digitized or cyber whatever.
Yeah.
Her jacket was all purple, and so
Yeah.
there were plans for making her a Purple Ranger, and they fell through. And I think there were plans of bringing her for Lost Galaxy as Purple Ranger, but
Okay.
the Pink Ranger actually got sick in real life, so they had to replace her as well.
Yeah, because Cassie was going to be Lost Galaxy Pink when
They were
she was
talking
sick.
about that too. Yeah, you're right.
Now- I'll be perfectly honest. I did not like Sid on SPD. She just came off as spoiled, rich,
Yeah.
goody two shoes. You know, it just felt like, okay, we're gonna throw this in here, and I was never really a fan of her.
Yeah, I think Sid was the last recognizable Pink Ranger, but until Amelia that I can think of, because I feel like it gets skipped a lot. I can think of Dino Charge. She was okay. There was a bunch of after that, but I mean, Amelia has been fleshed out. It's funny, maybe I don't know, like I haven't really seen anything negative. What I've seen was like, why are they demoting Zato then? And I was like, well, it doesn't make sense to demote Zato. I feel like Zato is gonna be
he's not being demoted because I mean, well, one, he's got a cape.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I think he's gonna be ascending to a different.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, a lot of times when we had a six ranger in the past, that ranger has always been the most powerful. It began with Tommy. I know we're circling back to Tommy, but I mean, he was able to take out the other rangers. He had a shield. He had more power. Okay. A Gold Ranger, Silver Ranger. I mean, even Magna Defender had that big, massive shotgun blaster of his. You know, the Sixth Ranger always tends to be someone who's a little bit more powerful. Mystic Force,
and it's
another example. You know, a perfect example of a Sixth Ranger. You know, having so much power that that's the person that kind of comes in, and he's that sixth man on the team, and he brings in the win. I mean, let's face it.
I don't know if I count Larry Snyder as a Ranger. I know a lot of people do count him as a Ranger. Me, I don't know.
So it depends on like I don't count the first Magna Defender, but Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
He was part of his
brother.
Yeah. But because the first one didn't demorph and stuff. So
yeah. I was gonna say, as far as Dino Fury, like it doesn't really feel like Aeon was really like supposed to be like that special Sixth Ranger. It just felt like he was supposed to be part of the team. He didn't have necessarily any special power ups.
Yeah, and my daughter,
the Ranger could already do.
My daughter hates Ion more than anything.
It's funny. He's from Houston.
Thank you.
But
he annoys the hell out of me.
It definitely seems like going to the Cosmic Fury, he's going. I know they're calling him gold, but like he's definitely yellow.
Yeah.
He's the Mustard Ranger.
As far as Amelia, like it definitely seems like Amelia as Red Ranger is going to be at least be, when they have the 5 Zord combination, like she's the leader.
Yeah.
What's going on in the field and stuff like that. And definitely in the Megazord situation, she would be the leader. Whether she's the overall leader, I don't know. I mean, Hunter Dino had said in one of her Instagram posts that she was the leader. So I'm assuming
we did have a female Ranger lead the team before.
We've had a couple
Alien Rangers,
Time Force,
Alien Rangers.
Oh yeah.
She was a White Ranger, but she was the leader of their team.
So we've had Delphine.
Yeah.
We've had oh my god, SPD A Squad. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, I can't think. I know who you're talking about though.
Anyways, SPD A Squad. And we had Jen, like you said. Jen was the leader. I feel like Wes really became the leader at the end. And then
I kind of feel like he was kind of like in that, like kind of like Andros, where never really the leader, but
he was like kind of like the guidance.
Yeah.
He was steering that's a good comparison right there with Time Force and in space, because we had an established group. They come across this Red Ranger who gives them these morphers.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like teaching them stuff about space, but then also they're teaching him about Earth. So there's a lot of things that he really, he didn't have that interaction with them.
Real quick,
and same thing with like Time Force.
He's right. It's Charlie. Charlie was red.
Yeah.
But he makes a good point too. Wild Force Yellow was the leader when they started out.
Yeah.
They were like a 3-person team or 4-person team, and then they added Cole. And then but also Lauren Sheba was leader, but like for 4 episodes maybe. But
Still counts.
I mean, but she was leader. Yeah, she was leader for sure. She was leader red. So we've had it before.
And if the trays are going to count their 3 episodes,
The only thing I've seen like knock on it kind of thing was that like they're saying like yes, Amelia is now the full term series Red Ranger leader, female Red Ranger leader, and we're like okay, cool, but like she's only getting 10 episodes, so like.
but that's the run of their season, and hopefully these are going to be longer episodes. It is.
Yeah,
you've said this to me in private chat. This is Netflix.
yeah.
So it could be a lot darker, and we were going to have that, and it's also not going to be a lot of filler. Look at how many Ranger episodes. We get maybe 15 minutes of action or real story, and the rest of it is like filler story. Like, oh, I can't let my mother know this, or I'm trying to figure out how to tell my such and such this, or I'm trying to struggle with a job. It's a lot of that is kind of filler stuff. I mean, we want a full. I mean, at least in space was mostly, we didn't have a whole lot of filler there. We had some, but not much.
Well, and that's we talk about that in interviews. I want to tell you guys so much. I'm just like spoiling my interviews.
When are the interviews dropping?
So I got Roger Velasco's, Carlos's, the In Space Black Ranger. That one is done. I have the thumbnail done. That one will probably drop Thursday or Friday, maybe. I don't know. We'll see when I put it up.
I don't want to be a negative person, but respectfully, some actors, I'm just going to put this out there, do not age well. That's all I'm going to say.
The one I was having a lot of trouble with that I need to work on. So my mics failed. After I only got 2 interviews in, and my mics failed. Now my interview with Christopher Kamen Lee, which I think is my best interview of Andros, is probably the best one without the mics. And that one I probably will wait a little bit. I'm gonna work on it a bit. But then after that, I need to still work on Justin Nemo's, the Silver Ranger, because that one is the worst. So
what kind of microphone were you using, if you don't mind me asking?
So I don't know what's going on. So I was using these little things. They're just little $25 ones from Amazon, and they just use a receiver and a clip. So they're working now, and they were working when I got there. But when I went to go back to interview them later on, I don't know if I left them on, and they just drained. But every time I try to charge them in one of those like external power things, they were charging. They say they would charge, and then I would turn them on, and it would say like they wouldn't turn on at all.
There's a ghost.
Yeah, so I'm getting annoyed. So like I came home, I charged it like with a plug in the wall, and now like 2 days later, they're still turning on, which is pissing me off because I needed to.
Hey Jaeger, what's up, nerd affiliated Archer? How you doing?
Jaeger, nerd affiliated.
And when I did my Steel City Con, I was kind of in the backgrounds behind my phone, but you could kind of still hear my voice a little bit. Okay, this is one suggestion I have. Now, the microphone I use actually doesn't use any power. It jacks into a dongle into your phone, so it's using your phone. It's like if you had a set of headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. The microphone, it's like a little mini shotgun microphone, so it catches the sound in front of you. So if you're in front of them, but I get like your situation, you kind of had like someone off to the side, it almost looked like, or you had your camera off to the side while you were talking with them. At least the one I saw with one of your interviews you already posted.
Oh, it was on a tripod in front of us.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, something like that, you could use like that kind of a boom, like that kind of little mini shotgun mic. So it catches the volume from both because you're right in that area. Maybe something like that.
Yeah.
I've seen
I was looking, and the problem
I've seen some cheaper lapel mics that run off like a little battery pack.
So there's a lapel mic that's wired in that I might test out. I'm not giving up on these yet. Luckily, the new iPhone 14 Pro Max does pretty well. So it picked up. The only issue I had was Justin Nemo kind of talks like really low, and so his voice was getting mixed in with the background noise.
Yeah.
So I had to go in and actually, so I put it through 2 filters so far. I might put it through a 3rd one, but the filter that surprisingly, which actually not surprising now that I think about it, that worked the most is I actually ran it through TikTok.
Oh.
I ran TikTok noise reducer app, noise reducer part. Now, I didn't post or anything. I just left it like in my personal stuff, and then I re-downloaded it to my phone. And then when I re-downloaded it to my phone, I sent it to the computer. And in iMovie, they have another noise reducer. So after
This is what I use.
that's probably what I need to do. How much did that cost, by the way?
I will send you links for everything.
Okay, send me a link. So I put it through the iMovie reducer, and the second iMovie reducer was good. But there's some parts on it that I feel like it could be a little bit better. So I can change the equalizer. So I need to change it either to flat to voice enhance. Problem is when I do the voice enhance,
this is all I have right here.
Background, because obviously everybody's meeting each other, talking to each other. They kind of like come out strong. But what I'm trying to say is Justin Nemo's right now is salvageable. And right now, if I posted it right now as it is, it's good enough. But I think I can make it a little bit better. So that might be a hold off. So it's a really long answer to your question, but Roger Velasco Carlos will be at the end of this week.
Okay.
I need to work on Tracy Cruz, Ashley the Yellow Ranger. That will probably be after that. Then I'll probably do Justin Nemo, and then I'll do Andres. So I didn't really want to drop them all in one day because I have 5 interviews.
Yeah.
Might as well stretch it out a little bit, have content.
Well, I'm going to do some testing with this to see how far I can get volume wise from this.
So yeah, I do. So the mics are not anything special, so I can't really adjust the gain or anything like that. I could go in and mess with it on the video editor on iMovie, but I'm not that good. So I think Justin Nemo is my test on how I can actually do that stuff. Yes, I have an iPhone. Yeah, it's based on that.
I will say this: the volume on the iPhone 14 Pro Max, like you said, is good.
Hey to James Henley, good to see you here as well, my friend.
Hey, James.
Hey.
But yeah, I need to. So there was one that I saw that was like a lapel that you it's like a 6 foot long wire, and I would just have to do that thing over and over. The reason I got these was because I could hook up 2 mics to 1 receiver. That was the point of it. So it was kind of annoying. General Kenobi was there helping me shoot, and he was trying to figure it out, and it was annoying. We were kind of pissed. Have you seen the Ranger list for Facebook? I have not. Let me know who's going. I want to know who's going. I want to know.
I'm excited for Nickel City Con. I have to talk with my team to see if I can get an hour or a couple hours off from our booth.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Ghostbusters, because we're going to be one of the featured events at Nickel City Con, but they're going to have, like I told you already, Legacy, David Yost and Walter Jones are going to be there.
It's funny that you said that.
And I have to do something with them. I want them to do I want to see if they'll do a quick little record a little something so I could have it on clips on my channel or that, or Michael Rooker. There's a few other people are going to be there. Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor from Smallville.
Yep.
And Flash from Justice League. So he's going to be there. I'm hoping that we'll be getting some other announcements soon.
So it's funny you said that. So you told me about David Yost, and literally the next day, David Yost is coming to a comic book store a mile away from my house.
Nice.
So that will be happening in March. We don't know for sure if we're getting that interview, because we haven't got a hold of him yet. So we're going through the channels right now. Right now, I am working with a lot with Countdown City Geekcast on some of these more Echelon of the Rangers and securing them. But that might be an option. More phenomenal is our Power Ranger Expo here. Will be in actually that same weekend he's there. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So Liana Ramirez and Rory Travis, which are Roxy and Devin from Beast Morphers, will be here. Oh my god, I can't remember the Mercury Ranger for Operation Overdrive.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, he'll be there, and then Blake Foster is gonna be here, and I think we're gonna be interviewing him with Countdown City Geekcast. and then I think that's who. That's all. Oh, Jenna Frank's coming.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna ask for that interview. It's just so. It's nothing against her. It's just.
Yeah.
It's.
It would feel
toxic.
kind of weird.
I mean, she could talk about Legend of the White Dragon, and she has enough to interview. Like she has a music career and stuff like that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I put that up, I'm just inviting
Trolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I get that. I get that completely.
yeah.
And I mean, that's the last thing you want is to invite some trolls. I mean,
Exactly.
um,
And I'm not trying to like. I don't know her. I don't know what type of person she is. But all she is to me right now is she's a
is the daughter of Jason David Frank.
She's a 19, 20-year-old kid that just lost her dad. Like that's all I see. So I mean, whether she's a good person or not, I'm just not going to invite that, especially on my channel.
I mean, there's a lot that can happen. She could be a great interview, but then again, it could also be the fact that one, at a con, obviously there are reminders of her father and his legacy, and someone might say something to her, and it just kind of puts her mind in a downwards slope, and it could be a terrible experience.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can happen. There's any number of probable possibilities, and I get that. I think you are respectfully right now wise to kind of like, okay, she's going to be there, and that's cool and all, but maybe she's, I'm not going to have her on that list, because what if I ask something and it's that, because I'll be honest, within the first year or so of losing a parent, I mean, a couple years after my dad passed, it's 3 years now, I'm still constantly reminded.
Yeah. It's not just that, but it's like you said, like I might just say something that I'm not even thinking about, or we talk about something that triggers something, or something for other people, and it brings in toxicity.
And honestly, there's a lot of trolls out there.
There's a lot of trolls right now, especially with her and then her sister Scott.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, not even that. Just in YouTube in general, there's a lot of trolls.
Yeah.
I got my first hate comment.
Was that?
Well, I got my first hate comment. I kind of felt special.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I had someone come at me, make some accusations. I'm not going to go into that or mention that person's name, but I'm all about like, okay, if you want to say stuff about me, go ahead and say whatever you want about me. One, you don't know me. Yeah. And I removed myself from that situation. It was in a chat, a group chat of not mine and not the other person's, but they're bringing it into someone else's backyard, so to speak. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to speak anymore on this. I said my piece. I'm dropping it. I'm walking out.
And someone just called me the worst toy hunter. And I was like, dude, I'm the worst toy reviewer too. Like, you're
leaving stuff out.
well, you know what I love? I had someone comment on a video I made almost 3 years ago. It was like it was practically my first video ever. It was on an unboxing of a computer monitor. It was like the very first time I had like no microphone. I'm using a cell phone, and they're saying, "Oh, it's the sound and the picture quality was terrible." I'm like, "Well, this is one of my first videos. It was made 3 years ago."
Yeah, my first video is me.
You compare that to what I do now
with a camera in one hand and me opening the box in the other. It's
horrible. I mean, it's when you start, your first step to 20 years later, you can run. Yeah, there's big differences. But if you're just going to judge someone, it's like, okay, if you're going to judge me on that, hey, that's your opinion. If that's your hot take off of it, more power to you. Now, I was looking at videos last night because I need a replacement microphone. I'm using my Snowball right now because my Yeti keeps shorting out on me. Okay. So I'm watching videos and I come across a video where the guy doesn't even sound like he's using a microphone. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
he's not sounding like this. He's sounding like he's in another room. That's kind of how his volume is. Like his voice is echoing everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to buy a microphone off of someone's recommendation, you want to make sure that it sounds clear. You're getting the sound coming from that microphone. It's not like they have it's not like they're recording it off their cell phone and the sound's coming off the mic from there. That's how it came off. And that's going to throw me sideways, and that might tempt me to make a comment. But I mean, there's a difference. I mean, you're gonna call someone a bad toy hunter? Are you any better? Do you have a channel? You don't? Okay. But you know what? We're all different. So if people want to hate, they can hate. Their life is filled with negativity. Let that be that, you know?
And the way I see it, it promotes the video more because they commented on it. So
Well, yeah. Well, there's that, and there are some people who thrive on interaction and negativity. There was a infamous conflict between two YouTubers about a year and a half, almost two, but I say about a year and a half ago, and it went on for months and months and months, and a lot of people were divided over the whole thing. But the one person kept bringing up this other YouTuber, because it was bringing up conflict, it was bringing up controversy. It's like, you know what, you can't just let it go. You got to keep bringing up my name. Now it's not me, but someone else. I mean, you're gonna keep bringing up that person's name. That's not letting it go, you know.
And I am here with Christopher Kamen Lee, aka.
This is the audio without any filter. So
Okay.
I got paranoid. Doug Trail was going to pop up when we moved over.
There's a reason why it was popular then. There's a reason why it's popular now. It's both the same reason. We stole Star Wars. 100%. It was nothing but Star Wars, and I'm not talking about the prequel nonsense.
So yeah, it's not that bad.
No, I mean,
Then
if
we're
there was a
on the-
way to if there was a way to filter out or remove the
I did.
the crowd.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was able to. Yeah. So that's the little teaser. And by the way, I don't know if you can know this, but he's a big Star Wars fan. So
Oh yeah, and like I think it's awesome to have that Dagobah line. You know,
yeah, he's
Well, I mean,
controller.
let's face it. When we first meet Andros, he's rocking the cloak, kind of Obi-Wan style almost.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying.
Well, guys, we're about a minute 04. The more controversy, especially a video, makes more views, cause everyone to see what's up. I don't want to. I get you, and I don't mind addressing controversy, but I don't want it to be clickbait either.
Yeah,
Kinda weird.
Yeah, you don't want the controversy to take over the core content, because now
Exactly.
you're known for controversy.
Yeah.
So I get that completely.
So we're about a minute 04 in. I have to go back and see the little one and make sure relieve the lady. I appreciate you guys coming on, LeBron.
No,
Appreciate
no
no
problem.
Dave's Dimension. Make sure to subscribe to Dave's Dimension. Make sure to subscribe to LeBron Fett. Next video, Roger Velasco interview will be dropping this week. We are talking about his time on In Space, of course, and then his picture on Instagram with Jennifer Lopez, which is confusing.
Hey.
Yeah. We talked about that, and he got nervous for a second. Anyways, so that made the cut. Later interviews, as you just saw, Christopher Kamen Lee, Andros will be coming up soon. Tracy Cruz will be coming up. Ashley, and then Justin Nemo, the Silver Ranger, that'll be coming up once I get that fixed. And that's a funny interview. As well. These guys are all funny. I didn't know. I mean, these guys had a lot of fun behind the set and stuff like that. Apparently, Justin Nemo actually almost legitimately killed Andros, Christopher Kamen Lee. So we talk about that as well. With that being said, I appreciate everyone for joining the chat today. Y'all are awesome. I'll probably try to get on again in a week or two and catch up with everyone. Let me remember what you guys are toy hunting for, so you guys can tell me in the chat and topics you guys want to talk about. And I think that's about it. You guys have anything you guys want to say?
I'm dropping tech videos already this week. I dropped a tech video yesterday. I dropped one today about alternatives to StreamYard Restream. I'm going to be doing a video on EV Mux and a couple other platforms. There are some options in case some people want to change it up and try and see what's out there, what's being offered. Also, I did a video on anyone who's a beginning YouTuber and you don't know anything about editing. You have an editing program built into Windows called Video Editor. Those videos are up on my channel right now, and I got some more videos coming out later this week, guys. So, and maybe a live stream Thursday. We'll see what happens.
Nice. And LeBron?
got a review coming out for the Power Swap 2-pack that should be out tomorrow. Then plan on doing Naruto,
Oh,
and then after Naruto, Sasuke.
Nice.
Yeah.
You always get into good
So-
stuff, man.
That's
All right,
right.
guys. See y'all. Everybody,
All
y'all
right.
have a good night.
catch you guys on the flip side.
I have to press 2 buttons to end it.